Hey, how it's going, guys? You are watching Free Cloud Gaming YouTube channel. Today's video is a part 4 of Top 5 Best Free FPS Games for PC in 2021. So if you have not watched the previous 3 parts, you can watch them by clicking on this I button. Note, the games shown in this video are not ranked, which means that the game on number 1 will not be the best and the game on number 5 will not be the worst. So let's get started. But before the intro,
let's roll.
3, 2, 1.
On number 5 spot we have Combat Arms. Combat Arms Reloaded is a free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter game developed and published by Nexon. The game uses the Tech game engine to produce its graphics. In July 2012, Combat Arms was also released on Steam. Combat Arms gameplay is similar to commercial games such as Mission Against Terror, Crossfire, Counter-Strike, Ghost Recon 2 and Call of Duty 1. The game offers many different modes of play, including one-man army, elimination, capture the flag. During the 2009 winter season of the game, a special mode known as Snowball Fight was introduced, but was later removed. Combat Arms uses a player ranking system based on total experience, using common military ranks that players can obtain. Completing objectives, killing other players, and leveling up one's rank gives the player money in the form of gear points, GP, which can be used to purchase new equipment. Equipment includes weaponry, weapon attachments, and accessories for one's character. Players can also purchase equipment from the black market that is bought with real-world money. Primarily, the black market equipment is cosmetically different from regular shop items and have no rank or level requirement that many of the free items require. In addition, some items may only be obtained through the black market. Items purchased have an expiry date, though some can be purchased for a permanent duration, after which the gear is deleted from the player's inventory. So definitely worth a try. On number 4 spot we have Contract Wars. Contract Wars is a Russian multiplayer free-to-play first-person shooter game with RPG elements, which is available as both a browser-based application for social networks and as a full-fledged downloadable client version. CW is set in the near future, where all political decisions are made by the private military companies, PMC, which now hold most of the power. Warriors from around the world face off, wielding the most advanced weapons and using cutting-edge tactics. CW takes place in a war-torn area of Eastern Europe where interests of two rival PMC, USEC and BEAR, have collided, creating a difficult web of political, social, and economic factors. Contract Wars offers a wide array of military scenarios, day and night diversionary operations, coordinating of airstrikes, convoy defense, border skirmishes, and fights for strategic areas. So definitely worth a try. On number 3 spot we have Heroes and Generals. Heroes and Generals is a free-to-play first-person shooter and real-time strategy video game set in World War II developed and published by Ritumoto. Ritumoto was founded by some of the original founders of IO Interactive and the Hitman series. The developers called it the mass participation game in contrast to a traditional massively multiplayer online game, where the actions and the FPS part of the game reflect into the strategy part. The player can use weapons from Germany, the United States, and the Soviet Union. The player starts with an infantry soldier from each faction, United States, Soviet Union, Germany, and can buy additional soldiers with in-game credits. These soldiers are equipped with a default rifle and can play the encounter game mode immediately. Upon players reaching higher levels, they unlock the ability to participate in other game modes and recruit soldiers of other classes, pilot, tanker, recon, and paratrooper. Playing with the soldier increases that soldier's rank and unlocks new weapons and badges, which can be equipped to provide bonuses in-game. When entering a battle, the player is presented with an interactive map, showing terrain and which team controls which control points. In the skirmish and encounter game modes, the player must click on the spawn point of their team, based on nation, and can choose whether to spawn on foot or in a vehicle. Teams win by successfully holding one control point, in encounter, or 3 points, in skirmish, until a bar at the top of players' screens for each team fills. In the assault game mode, the same rules apply, except players can also spawn on control points captured by their team. Tank vs tank rounds use the rules of encounter games, but players are restricted to playing with tanks. Teams will always consist of soldiers from the same nation, unlike some World War II games that have teams of mixed nationalities, that is World of Tanks, War Thunder. The game includes period tanks, planes, and land vehicles. Tactical decisions made by players of officer rank in a real-time strategy part of the game, conducted through a risk-like map of the European theater, affect reinforcements and logistics in FPS battles. Players will encounter a variety of terrain, from fields and countryside to large cities. The game features 4 game modes for the FPS aspect of the game: assault, skirmish, encounter, and tank versus tank. So definitely worth a try. On number 2 spot we have Toxic. Toxic is a first-person shooter video game by Hanover, Germany-based software developer Richter. The game is built on the Unreal Engine 3 and is currently in beta. The beta was released for Windows via Steam Early Access on January 22, 2015. Toxic is designed as a spiritual successor to the FPS giants of the late 90s and early 2Ks. Toxic carefully evolves their mechanics with modern technology and fresh ideas elaborated with arena FPS enthusiasts. Toxic plays as if today's military and MOBA shooters never existed. The game combines the simple and intuitive mechanics of old-school FPS giants with a fresh setting, slick graphics and our vision to carefully evolve the genre with some new ideas elaborated with arena FPS enthusiasts. So definitely worth a try. On number 1 spot we have PlanetSide 2. PlanetSide 2 is a free-to-play massively multiplayer online first-person shooter developed by Rogue Planet Games and published by Daybreak Games Company. Previously, it was developed and released in November 2012 by Sony Online Entertainment. It is a sequel of PlanetSide, which originally released in 2003. PlanetSide 2 uses the Fragilite engine, which is able to support thousands of players in continuous large-scale conflict on a single map. As in the first PlanetSide, PlanetSide 2 chronicles the efforts of 3 factions as they fight for territorial control of the planet Oryxus. PlanetSide 2 was released for the PlayStation 4 in June 2015. PlanetSide 2 holds the Guinness World Record for the biggest first-person shooter battle, with over 1,158 players being recorded in a single battle. PlanetSide 2 is a reimagining of PlanetSide, featuring the same world and factions, and taking place at roughly the same time period. As in the previous game, it features territory control and open world, large battles featuring up to 2,000 players per continent on foot or inland, air vehicles. The territory system differs greatly from that of the original, being more freeform and based on a hexagonal territory control system. Former SAW took into account balance issues from the first game. As stated by creative director Matthew Higbee, the developers created a system to reward combatants on lower population empires through mechanics such as proportionally increased advancement rates and resources to aid the balance of overall empire saturation on each server as much as possible without force restricting players from being able to play with their friends. PlanetSide 2 is a faster-paced game than the original PlanetSide and can potentially allow for thousands of players. It also features typical first-person shooter elements such as sprinting, iron sights, and regenerating shields. An important aspect is that player skill and teamwork are major determiners when it comes to being able to kill other players and overcome opposing teams. Unlockable skills are available and offer different advantages over enemies in battle. The game also features a day and night cycle, meaning that battles happen at different times of day, which affects gameplay, as nighttime can provide adequate cover for coordinated attacks. So definitely worth a try. So that's was for today's video guys. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon, so that you can receive notifications whenever I will upload a new video. And by doing this you will motivate me to make more. And it will mean a lot to me. Okay. Now meet you in the next video. Till then, stay home and stay safe, and most importantly take care of yourselves. Bye.